we really want to educate the industry and make the industry better.
Right off the bat, the biggest thing, the British Columbia Mortgage Services Act that's coming into 2026 is pretty all-consuming as far as the compliance sector of this industry in British Columbia is concerned. So we're going to be covering things on that. We'll go over FinTrack. We'll go over, rules and recommendations. I've been lucky enough to work with the AML shop in creations of full policies and procedure manuals, as well as the risk assessments. So I'm able to really have a great conversation about pieces of the industry and pieces of the FinTrack requirements and how they might blend better with our industry. Because I've found that you could kind of copy and paste from the real estate sector and say, this should apply to the brokering world. But again, it doesn't. It's its own industry. It's its own world. So finding ways to kind of navigate it. We're going to be covering the differences between, regulatory viewpoints between Alberta, British Columbia, and Ontario, because there are differences. As far as the brokerage goes, right, we're going to be going into things like lender responsibilities, lender contacts, how you can approach them, broker management. What are kind of things that you see on the brokerage side that you can pass along? And again, always keeping that broker lens on, right? Keeping that broker lens on, making sure that I'm not just, the compliance guy that's trying to sit on high and tell everybody what to do, but to be able to actually say, you know what, guys, here's what's happening. Here's what they want you to do. Here's what we can kind of do to make it a little bit easier. And then covering things like policies and procedures, not only for FinTrack, but for internal brokerage, right? Internal brokerage policies and procedures is something that's going to be very, very relevant. The MSA is drawing attention to it. It's something that you should have at your brokerage and be available to you. If you don't, please ask your principal broker, because that's where you're going to find all your answers. The way we do it isn't necessarily the way your brokerage does it, but hopefully it sparks interest in, seeing what we're doing here at a better way, but also checking with your own broker to see how you guys are doing it and see if you can improve it, which would just be a general improvement in the industry.
Yeah, well said. And to share all of this information with the industry, this isn't just about, hey, join a better way so you can, have an easier path to compliance and understanding. It's no, we really want to educate the industry and make the industry better. At the end of the day, it's a small industry and we want to make sure that mortgage brokers are looked at as sophisticated professionals within the financial space. I think FinTrack brought a lot of professionalism to our industry when it comes from how banks look at us. And again, this is my hope and wish, but I look at the big banks that aren't in our channel that maybe feel more comfortable to come into our channel because we're taking this seriously. We're now being regulated and we're doing things the right way. Maybe it's a big wish, but I feel like it's all moving in a positive direction from that perspective.